Hi, name is John Finley Foster III. I work for Ferguson Pay Baldwin Architects. I've been with them for over 22 years now. First architecture firm I started at and stayed because it is great to work here. I am a native San Diegan. Been here all my life and love long walks on the beach, pina coladas, and getting caught in the rain. So what inspired me to be in architecture? Honestly, it started when I was in elementary school. And as a kid, friends running outside and playing the typical stuff. You know, when kids used to, or still do, build forts in the house and put some chairs and blankets and stuff together and have some fun. I remember very vividly in elementary school, my friends we used to plan it. They would run outside and play, and I'd be the one to stay inside to build these forts. And it was just something that I loved to do. And even at that age, it was more than just the aesthetics and design of it. It was more problem solving. And, putting chairs in certain locations, the blankets hang off it well, trying to create separate rooms, getting the old school box fan, putting it in a certain area to make sure we get some airflow through there on hot days. And then that's really when it started. Just the problem solving aspect of it is how I grew a passion for architecture. And then from there, even started CAD classes in high school. It was AutoCAD 12 back then, local from San Diego at Mission Bay High School. And from there on, it just grew to love it even more and realize there's more to it than, when I was a little kid starting with it. And that's honestly how it got started. Just, I was one of those kids who like to take things apart to see how they work, to put it back together and see how to put it back together, as well as how to better put it back together. Must-see destination on my travel list. And originally, it was your typical kind of tourist locations. My main one has always been Italy, and every part of Italy, of course, whether it's Rome, Florence, Venice, especially Venice, gondola rides, checking out the architecture there, of course, the museums, National Gallery of Modern and Contemporary Art, the Colosseum, of course, great food and people. That's always been my one. My wife as well, she's Italian. Of course, she wants to go there and as much as I do. But I have a friend, also coworker, who, him and his wife, they have a trip every year. It's an anniversary trip. And they don't go on your typical touristy vacations, whether it's Italy, Europe, or even Cabo or the beaches, tropical anywhere. They do like the jungle trips, like a jungle in Costa Rica, Komodo Island in Thailand. He comes back with these horror stories of getting sick from a mosquito bite somewhere, going through caves and everything you're afraid of going to the jungle. But we're in San Diego. It's great weather. We have, it's not really tropical, but we have some of the best weather. We have the beaches. We even have the mountains nearby. To do something different and challenging, I think my look on, destinations or must-see destinations is now, it's like the jungles of everywhere, I guess, the Amazon, Thailand. It's his stories that he comes back with are amazing and so much more different than your typical vacation at a tropical island or even backpacking in some places. Did I have a mentor that was instrumental in my professional development? Yes and no. No was minor. No, because there wasn't a specific dedicated mentor that I had. However, yes, because I started at Ferguson Pay Baldwin Architects, was the first architecture firm I went to as an intern, and then kind of grew from there and had the experience as well as the great opportunities to work with a few variety of people. And the mentors that who I consider mentors, and maybe they don't even know this, but are the principals and some of the people that do work at the firm. Given that I've been here for so long, I've learned a lot through them all. And they all have the different variations and specialties, which I've been able to take advantage of, honestly, and it's been great. You have folks like Bill Pridgeon, who has retired. However, he has been here for a long time, and he has, even when I first started, taken the time to sit down with me and on his own time help me to progress in this field, and to, of course, do things right. And Dan Rosenberg, who's still a principal here, he's a very detail-oriented person, very thorough. He's one that you would want on your team, even to keep yourself, which is me, liable for the things and on it, making sure that your quality control, your design, is all in line and it all makes sense. And of course, why it's that way. That's the way to, of course, better the profession and better yourself in regards to the problem solving and design aspect. And everyone else here, Andy Derrick, Jim Ferguson. Jim is one I've been working with for a very long time, way back when it started in early 2000s, who I've been able to kind of shadow and just watch his move, see how he performs in meetings as well as interviews, because as you can see now, anything makes me nervous, especially when it comes to interviews. So just seeing these guys in action in and outside of work just gives me a better sense of security for myself, as well as wanting to do as much as I can for the firm that I work for, so that we can be better and be one of the top firms in San Diego and the US in general. So long story short, everybody that I worked with in my office, all the principals, those have been my mentors throughout my career in architecture.